This is Jay Nehf, thoroughbred owner and trainer at Santa Anita Racetrack in Southern California. We're going to take a closer look at Audible. I really like this horse. I don't know if he's the kind of horse that is going to beat Justify or Mendelssohn, but he's a really good looking horse. Reminds me a little bit of my horse, Lord Admiral. He's very leggy, beautiful bay. So let's take a look at his family. Audible is by Into Mischief, and if you looked at my video on Mendelssohn, you would know that Into Mischief is a half-brother to Mendelssohn. So Audible is, in a way, closely related to Mendelssohn. You can see on the Blood Horse Magazine Stallion Register page, Into Mischief stands for a $100,000 stud fee. You can note here that Into Mischief has 35 BTWs. That means black type winners. When you look at a catalog page at an auction, you will see bold type for horses that have won stakes races. So those are the elite horses. We've also got 14 graded stakes winners, and 4 of his offspring are millionaires. Now let's take a look at Audible's dam, Blue Devil Belle. She has produced just 2 other foals, a colt and a filly. The colt, Indigo Devil, notice he's in blue, has earned just over $10,000 and 1 win. The filly, highlighted in pink, Sabrina's Angel, is by Scat Daddy. Now she's only won a little over $13,000. She's got 2 starts, 1 second. But Scat Daddy, there's a powerful name, keeps showing up in this year's Derby horses. So her connection to Audible and her sire, Scat Daddy, these things are going to make her a very valuable broodmare. And what about the large heart gene, you may ask? Well, Audible's got it in spades. First of all, we've got Prince Quillo. He's the #1 family for producing the large heart gene, and he is most notable for siring Something Royal, who is the dam of Secretariat, whose heart was double the size of the average horse. And we also have my favorite, Buck Passer, who is found in the pedigrees of most of the top horses running this year. He's in the pedigree of Derby winner Nyquist from a couple of years ago. He's in the pedigree of Galileo, one of the leading stallions in the world. But Audible's pedigree gets even better. Let's go back a little further in his dam's pedigree, and we'll click on Kathy's Gal. And you will see Buck Passer, and Buck Passer's dam is by War Admiral. War Admiral is another one of the 4 large heart families, and a little further back in Buck Passer's pedigree is the 3rd sire from the large heart gene families, and that's Blue Larkspur. And we have Buck Passer a 2nd time in Kathy's Gal. We also have Prince Quillo again, but he is not a factor for the large heart in this case because Prince Quillo's son, Roundtable, is not going to pass that X chromosome from Prince Quillo. In the previous video, we compared Mendelssohn and Justify, and we looked at their hindquarters, and we're going to look at Audible's hindquarters, and it compares quite favorably. He's got a very large hindquarters, and I'm going to show you exactly what that physically looks like. So this may help you visualize this a little better. There's a triangle here from the point of the pelvis to the hip joint to the stifle joint, and you have a series of muscles working together here to pull this leg forward and then pull it back. We're looking at this area here of the hindquarters, the hind leg, and you can see how the muscle would attach from this point of the triangle to this point to bring the leg forward, and from this point of the triangle to this point to bring the leg back. And the length of this bone, this femur, will determine to great extent how much power that horse has, how much scope of movement, and it will contribute to that horse's stride length. But here's a surprising fact. If you count the number of times Audible's head comes all the way up, you will get the number of strides between the 8th pole and the finish line. That is 660 feet, and if you divide that by the number of strides, you will get 24.44 feet for a stride length. Both Justify and Mendelssohn have a 26-foot stride length, so that 1.5 foot difference over the course of 1.25 miles can be significant. So we'll have to see how that plays out, and that might be something you want to consider in your handicapping. Well, that said, here he is winning the Florida Derby. His trainer, Todd Pletcher, has him in great condition. He's got a top-notch rider in Javier Castellano, and he's got a really good post position in the number 5. So I think he's a horse that you have to consider. But is he physically up to taking on the big shots in Justify and Mendelssohn? We will find out on Saturday. So good luck with your picks for the Derby, and subscribe if you haven't already so you get notification when we post another video. You might find our videos on Lord Admiral, the horse we're campaigning at Santa Anita, interesting and informative. So thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to comment. And once again, good luck at the races.